Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Carrie Dillon. It's good to be with you. We're joined by Matt Stock, Coligny Theater.
Good morning, Carrie.
He's the hardest working man in show business.
That's me.
Here on the island.
Maybe besides you. I think I'm the second hardest worker. Yeah.
So we have a comedy show coming up this week and then tons of events. So let's first talk about, just touch real quick on how safe you guys are being, because you've done a magnificent job with this.
I feel like there's people that are ready to come out for events. They want to see music. They want to see variety. They want to see movies again. But they're apprehensive, and understandably so, during COVID. So we are taking all the necessary, distancing precautions. We've taken a look at the theater. It's large. It has over 200 seats. So we alternate rows. They're blocked off. They're signed clearly. Masks are required, obviously, to enter and during the show, unless you're having, your popcorn or soda. And we keep everyone nice and spaced out. So it's a safe experience. It's a large theater, so you're not in danger of being cramped in with a bunch of other people.
It's great to know. And it's nice to know that you really have it systematically planned out.
The fact that it's a traditional theater and it's older with that number of seats really allows us to have these events without creating any, spacing situations.
Right. So first up, comedy show this
Comedy.
weekend. I mean, I love comics.
Yeah.
They are so brave.
Yeah.
Brave.
It's our fourth comedy show of the theater.
They've been really popular.
First 7 or 8th month, yes, very successful by and large, because we have really good comedians, and they're all local people, like myself. Maybe the funniest comedian of all.
Of course.
I might have a biased opinion of that.
I gotta get there.
This particular show is called Not Your Average Comedians. That's not KNOTT. Our headlining comedian is a gal named Dolly Knott, who was a last-minute replacement at our second show, and she killed. And she did at the third show as well. We thought it was time to give her a spotlight. So she's going to be our featured comedian. Myself and my friend Derek Ludaway, a musician from Groovetown Assault, very popular around the island. We'll be doing supporting sets. And we have a host named Paul Frana. He's a professional comedian from out west, recently located to the Lowcountry.
Oh, how fun.
Yes. So
how
that's,
fun.
Yeah, this
and that's
Saturday.
like tip of the iceberg. That's this weekend.
Yeah.
Coming up. And tickets, they're going fast. They're moving.
Tickets are really moving, yeah.
Yeah.
We have, on our Coligny Theater social media page, there's a link for it through Eventbrite to buy tickets. You can purchase them if they're still available.
Gotcha.
At the door for $25. Cash only. Saturday night, doors at 8 o'clock.
And for anybody who hasn't used Eventbrite, really simple.
Yeah.
Really simple.
Absolutely.
And it's always good to make your account and keep it, because ultimately you're going to abuse it.
Because, we have plenty more coming up where we're going to say, secure your events, secure your tickets on Eventbrite.
Let's talk about what else is coming up for October.
Way
you guys
back
have a
Wednesdays,
killing lineup.
repertory film program. We're doing scary movies. It's October.
It's October.
Yeah, we have to. So my partner, John Cranford, who co-manages the theater with me, we decided that we wanted to take a look at, we wanted to go through several decades of genre redefining horror films.
Oh, I love it.
Like any kind of movie genre, horror films go up and down. They're popular, they're not popular.
Right.
There's always movies that come along that kickstart things into gear. So this is every Wednesday starting October 7th, Night of the Living Dead, the 1968 classic, which pretty much defined zombie films forever and still to this day. Extremely shocking at the time. Very socially conscious kind of film. Interesting on a whole lot of levels. We're going to be screening that October 14th, Halloween 1978, the original slasher film.
Slasher film?
Yeah, so Michael Myers launched Jamie Lee Curtis's career, the original Scream Queen.
That's right.
Directed by John Carpenter, who went on to be, of course, a very famous horror director. October 21st is a big one for me, The Lost Boys.
That's such a
From
great
1987, film. The movie that made vampires cool again. And it's still cool. It's still a cool
Yeah, it totally.
You're a Lost Boys
vampires,
fan,
what?
right?
Like
Yeah.
vampire? Yeah.
So we'd love to have the Lost Boys. We're wrapping up the horror movie program on the 28th with Scream from 1996, which is really a good example of horror movies were sort of out of the game. And that movie came out and it was very self-referential and clever, but still scary. And launched a lot of young actors' careers and was a hugely successful franchise eventually down the line.
What I love about it is the content that you provide for folks. You're so knowledgeable about it. Like horror's not really my arena, and I'm learning so much just in talking to you right now about that. The directors and mental notes on these directors to look at some of those films again that I haven't really looked at, and so you can get a lot of those online as well. And
for
so,
sure, yeah.
They're out there. Any of the folks who are unable to get out right now. Wealth of knowledge here.
Yeah,
look at what they're doing there.
If you can't make it, by all means, I recommend.
Let's talk about Rocky Horror coming up too. The Ball.
The Rocky Horror.
We got to cover it
Halloween
fast
Ball.
because we're running out of time.
This is the main event. Yes, October 31st. Come in costume contest. Beer, wine, and champagne, of course, available. Rocky Horror karaoke sing-along party, followed by our participatory screening of the movie itself.
And you got it. Yeah, get prepared.
We're going to raise
Get your chops up. Get your chops up for this. If you're going to come in, you're going to pipe up and sing, get your chops up.
Excellent party. So Rocky Horror wraps up the Halloween celebrations. One other musical event. during the month. We have a young local R&B and hip hop artist named Quentin Smalls. He has a new album coming out. He's hosting a Gullah celebration on October 17th for the release of his album, Coast Boy King, himself, some other local talents, some nice Gullah celebration.
And we are out of time. Check out their social media and get it more in depth on what's going on here at Coligny Theater. So
thank you so much.
Time with you. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.